It's Week 16 of the 2025 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Tigers and the Shamrocks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Tigers of Paris and the Dublin Shamrocks. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Parisian ball club,
they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, but it's going to be second down.
When you look at this defense,
into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both.
And right away, he lost the football.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
From the 20, here's a second down and 4.
It's Young off play action. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, it did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Third down, Young from the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Shamrocks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a 2nd down throw for Young.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Hey, look at this defense.
They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
The Young keeps it, moving right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Young.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7th. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw, Young.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Encroachment, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now, 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Up there to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now 2nd and 9. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now here's Young. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a bit of a lane there. took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Gibbs. Past the 20, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jameer Gibbs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Shamrocks add 6 to their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Tigers.
The Young keeps it, moving right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield,
well, he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. It's Young on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here is Young. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Second down, Mariota. That one caught by Gibson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them, make them think that you're doing something.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tutu Atwell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Tigers have cut it back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 17-13. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on second down. Pitch and catch to Moreau to tight end.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on a passing play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where you see the final score there. Mac Jones sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest, check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Both of these teams going through their final adjustments. It's back to football on the Emerald Isle as we go back to Brandon Gott on the River Liffey in Dublin.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. With this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second and a couple. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Good touch and time there critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Play fake, Mariota. Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, here's Wilson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 49. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On play action, Mariota.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the move to his left. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Paris first down.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Tigers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 119 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
2nd and 10. Read option. This is Gibbs.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, oh, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Tigers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give to... And he loses the football a second time. It's going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Boy, fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Tigers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Hand off now to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's to Marshall on the quick slant. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd down and 10.
Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. crossing route. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's Marshall. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Wilson will throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
There's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Miller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Wilson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. 78 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Paris, their hopes of finishing above 500 stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dublin, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.